My name is Manuel Garcia. I'm 63 years old. I'm going to be 64 here pretty soon. And I came across the PEMF machine and the treatment for this because I had diabetes, and I was also a customer of Dr. Jamora. And because of that, having gone to her several times over the years, I got to develop a relationship with her and knew her. And so when I developed neuropathy in my legs because of a diabetic situation, it was a very severe situation in regards to how it hit me. Actually, for 3 months, I was unable to leave my home because I just couldn't walk well. I couldn't stand the pain. As a matter of fact, it seemed like all I could do was think about the pain. It was morning, noon, and night. I was averaging, if I got a good night's sleep, I was averaging about an hour a night for 3 months. And I found myself doing circles in my living room trying to alleviate the pain and trying to figure out what was going on. I was going to my doctor, and they gave me some medicine, and nothing was really helping. And so it just so happened that I had a contact with Dr. Jamora, and she eventually called me back and told me about this new machine that she had gotten originally for her son to help him, who was suffering some health problems. And so she invited me to come and to try it. And she said, you know, that if I would come and try it, she'd give me like 6 free treatments, and then from there we could see if it worked, and if it helped, I could continue to come. And so that was, of course, an incentive. I mean, you know, you get something for free. How is it, you know, if it doesn't help you, you haven't lost anything, and if it helps you, then at least you figure you're on the right track. And so I did that, and after the 6th treatment, I felt like it was helping. So I continued and have been doing that for probably close to a year now. And I went from, again, I couldn't leave my home because of the pain, to now I'm out doing things. And I still have neuropathy in my legs, but it's not as severe as it was, or even nearly severe as it was. I still have some numbness in my feet. I still have some numbness in my sock area. But as far as the pain goes, the treatment has definitely helped and has definitely enabled me to get back out and to do the things that I like doing. Each week it seems like, and each month as progression has gone, it seems like I've been able to do a lot more of the things that I once was able to do, especially without thinking about the pain constantly and without being inhibited from doing things, because I felt like if I did a little bit too much, then it would seem like the pain would increase. And so because of that, I feel like this treatment is something that is advantageous to anybody. Again, if you take the treatment and it doesn't necessarily work for you, you know, under her care, it was very easy to say, okay, well, thank you, appreciate your interest and your desire to help me, but it didn't work. But in my case, it did. And I felt that it's changed, it kind of giving me back my life in a lot of ways, in the sense that I used to tell people I never understood how people would take their own life. To me, life is so precious, and why would someone take their own life? But after experiencing the neuropathy in my legs and my feet, I understood the reasoning. Not that I would choose to do so. Again, I believe life is very precious. But the fact is that I finally came to an understanding why such pain in people's bodies would cause them to think about it, if not do that, which is really, to me, really a crying shame. But the fact is that this is the type of pain I was experiencing in my legs and in my feet. Again, I couldn't think about anything but the pain. I couldn't do anything for the pain. But this treatment has definitely helped me and definitely given me back my mobility, giving me back a better quality of life. And as I continue to go through the therapy, I believe that eventually I will end up getting rid of it completely. So this is something I would definitely recommend to anyone. You know, people do a lot of things, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But for me, this has definitely worked, and I felt that it's, again, been advantageous for my quality of life, especially in the latter years of my life. I have more years behind me than I have in front of me, and so I want to have a good quality of life in those last years that I have. And so this has been a very good experience for me, something even now I recommend to people that I encounter with neuropathy, and which is kind of funny because now I seem to run into people who have it, whereas before I didn't. But you know, I've been able to share with them and tell them what this has done. And I know people are skeptical when they hear, things that they're not familiar with, or they don't know anybody else that's had this type of experience. And so I understand that train of thought that sometimes go through people's mind, but I would feel like, if nothing else, to encourage people at least to give it an attempt. You can't lose that way, I mean, you have nothing to lose, so why not try it?